Hello, we are Group 11. Today, we'll be talking more about food packaging. The 5 different materials we'll be covering today are metal, glass, plastic, paper, and wood. This will be done by me, Zi Xuan, followed by Wei Heng, Hoh, Chengfu, and Jun Ting respectively. Now, let's talk about metals in food packaging. The common metals used in food packaging are aluminium, tin plate, and chromium-coated steel. These metals are often coated with a protective layer to prevent chemical reactions with food. Metals are often chosen as food packaging because they are resistant to moisture, oxygen, and corrosion. This ensures that food can stay fresh throughout the entire duration and preserve its flavor, color, and nutrient quality. Metals are also strong and durable, making them ideal for products that undergo heat sterilization. However, metals do have their own downsides. They can corrode when in contact with acidic or salty foods when they lack proper coatings, which weakens the packaging and contaminates the food. Metal production is also very energy intensive, which makes it less sustainable than paper and some plastics. Metals are also heavier than materials like paper or plastic, which increase transport costs. Metals are also not suitable for packagings that require flexibility. Overall, when selecting metals for packaging, we have to consider acidity, processing conditions, and sustainability.
Now, let's talk about glass. Glass has an excellent performance in its resistance. It's impermeable to water and moisture, it's inert and non-reactive, and it is very unreactive to all sorts of acid, bases, and salts. So, it is very suitable for food as it provides an S-tier protection. It is also providing an airtight environment that blocks all kinds of viruses and dust that tries to break in. Glass is a superhero of sustainability because every part of it is recyclable without a quality drop to happen. Another bonus score for glass for being highly reusable. However, it's sad to see that glass is still not everywhere. Here's why. Glass is a very fragile food packaging material and it might cause some safety hazard if it cracks. And unfortunately, glass is very costly in its production. It also costs more to move around simply because it's heavy, and its transportation footprint will be slightly higher. The mining for limestone may cause contamination and pollution. Did you know that glass recycling rate is only 7% in Singapore, according to the Minister for Sustainability and the Environment in 2024? We should all try and recycle the glass that is left out in our houses.
Plastics are among the most commonly used materials in food packaging because of their unique properties that make them excellent for protecting food. Plastics are made of long polymer chains, and the way these chains are arranged gives them different characteristics, such as softness, flexibility, rigidity, and strength. For example, a common plastic item that we see every day is a water bottle. A typical water bottle is made of PET. The long chains in PET give it a clear appearance and make it strong enough to withstand pressure or drops without breaking. Using plastics for food packaging has several advantages. First, plastics act as an excellent moisture barrier, preventing food from drying out or becoming soggy. They are also chemically resistant, meaning they do not react with the food, helping to preserve its flavor and safety. Plastics are very lightweight, which reduces transport cost and energy use. Additionally, plastics can be shaped into many forms: rigid, flexible, transparent, or colorful, making them very versatile in packaging designs. However, there are some disadvantages. Some plastics have a low oxygen barrier, meaning that oxygen can slowly pass through and affect food freshness over time. Environmental impact is a major concern, as plastics can take hundreds of years to decompose if not disposed of properly. Over time, they break down into microplastics, which accumulate in the ocean and even enter the food chain. Furthermore, recycling is not always straightforward. Some plastics are easy to recycle, while others require special facilities or are not recyclable at all. In conclusion, plastics offer many benefits in food packaging, but their environmental impact means we need to use, dispose, and recycle them responsibly to protect our planet.
Hello everyone, today I'd like to quickly share the key points about paper-based food packaging, and its advantages are notable. It's highly sustainable, cost-effective, easy to process, and safe, making it perfect for packaging dry goods like snacks and greens. Yet it has drawbacks too: inherently poor barrier properties, low strength and low heat resistance, which make it tough to hold liquid or fresh produce. But modifications like wax coating and PE elimination help. For example, PE laminated paper is used for bubble tea cups. When choosing materials, we need to consider things like moisture and oxidation resistance, wax coated paper for bagged goods, and paper aluminum foil laminates for high temperature scenarios.
Wood is a common material for storing and transporting food, especially bulk produce. People use wood mainly because it's affordable and strong. You'd usually see wood in wooden pallets or wine barrels. So why wood? First, it's biodegradable. Wood decomposes into natural elements, which leads to less long-term waste and pollution. It's also strong, so it helps prevent damage during transport and storage. Wood is also naturally porous and allows for some moisture and airflow. This is important for certain products like aged cheese and alcohol, where some oxygen and moisture is desired. Finally, wood's fibrous structure traps air, which slows temperature changes and thermally insulates. However, wood is not without flaws. Because it's biodegradable, it can rot or carry microbes. Its porous structure tends to trap contaminants and is hard to fully sanitize. Wood also has low fracture toughness, which means it splinters under stress, and those splinters can contaminate food. Finally, wood can attract pests like termites, which is a serious food safety concern. In conclusion, food manufacturers need to choose packaging materials that match the product. Each material has their own strengths and weaknesses. The best material depends on the specific needs and requirements for the food.